With me right now is the mayor of the city of Laguna Woods, Cynthia Connors. They had their meeting, their regular monthly council meeting, just a couple days ago, so it's good to have you here today.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks. We had a busy meeting.
Yes, you did. So, you sent me a list of some things we're going to talk about, and I know you usually start your meetings with, kind of honoring a group or a certain time of the year or month, and you did the same.
We had some important ceremonial matters, mostly involving issues of importance to our residents. And our job on the council is not just to pass ordinances and regulations, but we also, I think, it's a little highfalutin to say we provide moral leadership, but we provide some kind of, we set a philosophical tone. And we work hard to make this a welcoming and inclusive community. And so the first two resolutions that we dealt with are related to that. And the first one was to celebrate Pride Month. We have our own Rainbow Club, and I think it's important that we stand with these groups who have often been subject to discrimination or pressure from other elements of society. So we had a big turnout for that. If only people would come to our council meetings all the time, but we had about 30 or 40 people, so that was a good one.
All right.
And then we did Immigrant Heritage Month. And there are, of course, many immigrants in our community and many others who are children or grandchildren of immigrants. And that really, we have our India Club, our Italian Club, our Korea Club. We have, of course, a New Jersey Club, but I'm not sure if that counts. But right now, immigration is, I think, under pressure, and it really, the immigrants provide such a diversity of social and cultural influences. The first generation immigrants are the ones who care for our seniors in their homes and in our facilities, and they do our landscaping, and they wash the dishes in our restaurants, and they pick crops in Bakersfield in the middle of summer and put roofs on houses in Las Vegas when it's 110 degrees, and those are all things we won't do.
Right.
And then their kids grow up to go to medical school and to become teachers and engineers, and they found businesses, and they really become part of the fabric of our lives. So I think it's something that we need to support, and we need to be welcoming.
Okay.
Then we did two of them which are evidence of problems and issues for our residents. The first one was Gun Violence Awareness Month. And I know there are a lot of gun owners in our community.
Yes, yeah, there are.
And what we want to do is encourage people to be safe and responsible with their guns. I think we're a safe enough place that nobody needs to keep a loaded gun in their bedside table. We really want to emphasize the importance of safe storage, to keep the guns locked up and to keep the ammunition separate, so that visitors to your house, especially your grandchildren, don't have access to them. And if there's somebody in the home who is depressed or who has an anger problem or who is, facing a serious illness which might cause them to do something about their life, it's important then to pay special attention to safe storage for your gun.
Yeah, very true.
And if you want to get rid of guns or ammo, all you have to do is call the sheriff's department, and they'll come out and pick them up.
Okay, very good.
Okay. Oh, and the last one was, if you are a gun owner, you should have taken some kind of training in how to handle a gun.
Right.
And the last one was Elder Abuse Awareness Month. As a senior community, that's of special importance to us. We're concerned a lot about financial abuse, which includes internet scams of fake romances and phone calls from the IRS or from Microsoft or from your credit card company or from your grandchild in jail in Bahrain or somewhere else.
Yes.
Used to be we only had to worry about deposed third world princes who had big inheritances that they wanted to claim.
I remember those.
But there's also physical abuse and emotional abuse and isolation, And I just encourage all of us to keep an eye on our neighbors and to knock on their door every once in a while and make sure they're okay.
All right.
You can make an
Very
anonymous
good.
report to social services
Yes, you can.
or to the Adult Protective Services.
Yes.
If you want to.
All right, a little bit on the budget you want to talk about?
Yeah, we're on our fifth of 6 hearings on the budget, and
Okay.
next week we will adopt it at a special meeting. And the only really thing we did this time was to tweak our information technology and cybersecurity portion. Our city, I think, is a little behind others in moving into technology, partly because we're a senior city and partly because we're a new city with a small budget.
Right.
But now we are, particularly in our building department, we're digitizing those big rolls of plans that take up so much room, and we are updating our website to allow people to schedule inspections and apply for permits and so forth online.
All right, very good. Now, going to talk about something that's been ongoing for a long time, and that's the dog park. We have some video we're going to play in the background here, and it's just about ready, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I expect it will open in late July. We have a large number of trees put in, and we were lucky to get quite fully grown trees as opposed to those little teeny saplings you usually start with. So they don't drop leaves, and they will grow fast to provide shade. There's a special turf that they use for dog parks that has antimicrobial and disinfectant elements built into it. And this is a much newer generation of artificial turf.
Let me ask you on that, just out of curiosity, because we have a couple dogs, and I always think, oh, I'd love to get rid of the grass in our yard. What's the lifespan of this turf?
At least 10 years.
Okay, all right.
And this is going to be heavily used.
Right.
So one of the things...
I'm interested about that.
I like this little fountain. It's got a standard height and a wheelchair height and a dog height, which I think is clever. Now, we have built-in furniture, and in the past, people brought their own lawn chairs because we didn't have any. So now, this is the furniture that people get to sit on. And the fence along the golf course and along the road is fairly high with a little bit of metal above that. You can see here it's stone below and metal above. And that provides some noise reduction and some privacy for lack of distraction for the dogs.
Yeah, that's really nice. And
we're looking forward to that.
A couple weeks.
Yes.
Right?
And we will add a small dog section to it in the next 18 months.
Okay, and that's something that many dog parks do.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's a very good idea. One of the things you want to talk about, although this isn't until next month, and I know you're going to provide more details on this as we go forward, and that's a workshop that Assemblywoman Norris is going to be doing. Now, this is going to be happening, though, in Newport Beach, right? At least from what I got here. Okay.
And it's for her entire district. There's the state has an enormous number of boards and commissions.
Right.
And common citizens get appointed to those. And we have a large number of uncommon citizens who are highly educated and well experienced and have passions in many areas. And since most of us are retired, a lot of us have time. So if someone has a special interest in almonds or artichokes or
that's what you
early
sent me.
Childhood education,
or you put avocados because of the avocado commission, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, there's a commission for everything.
Yeah.
And
boy, I'd get on that just so I could grow my avocados. Okay. I'm horrible at that, but that would be kind of fun.
So we're going to get the list, and we will make it available. And
that's cool.
If you see something that interests you, and you said, "Well, I'd like to learn more about that," or "I'd like to participate in forming state policy on that issue," then you can go to this workshop on July 18th in the evening in Newport Beach. And we'll provide more publicity about that at City Hall and on the city's website.
I think that's, something like that. We joked, the avocados and all that, but they are real commissions. And if it's something that you're interested in and you learn about, that could be a lot of fun.
It could be.
Yeah.
That's why I do it.
Yeah. That would, I'd get on the avocado one.
Well, go to the workshop and find out how to
All right, very good. So we'll give you more information on that. It's not till July 18th. And it is in Newport Beach Civic Center, and as we get closer to that, maybe we'll have you on and, again and talk about that. We are going to have on, we don't know exactly when yet, somebody from the Toll Road Commission, our local toll roads, because they're transferring over from the little transponder to the RFID tag. A lot of you are familiar with that because it's somewhat similar to what you use to get into the gates here. I got mine, and you put it on the front windshield on either corner, but we're going to have somebody on and talk about that. Maybe they can bring one in so people can look at it.
And when you use those, it's good for anywhere in California. You can go across the San Francisco bridges and any other toll road, I think on the West Coast right now.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 western states. They're working to get it to work in the Pennsylvania Turnpike and New Jersey toll roads and things like that.
Now, I did, in the letter that I got with it, if you do go on certain areas, they did say you need to go online and kind of put your name or something on that, but we'll get more details on that, because some areas like the 91 and stuff, they have the fast track, but it's a slightly different system, that's why we want this person on.
Right.
Yeah, because I'll learn too. See, just like when I get on the Avocado Commission.
I'll support your nomination.
Oh, thank you very much. Always good to see you. And next week, is that an open meeting?
Yes, it's an open meeting, Wednesday afternoon, 2 p.m.
Okay, very good. Thanks for coming on. We'll be right back.